I feel like since we are on Indian land, on Turtle Island, it is appropriate that we begin this evening in an Indian way, and I'm so happy to have Chief Oren Lyons here, and he will be our keynote speaker, and I have the honor now to call upon you, Oren.
Quisho, I said, thank you for being here. Thank you for being well. Can you hear that? Better? No? Okay. Over here. My name is Quisho, Wolf Clan from Onondaga, and I've been given this important honor to open this session. Faust wanted me to do this in the traditional way, but I don't do that. We have other chiefs that do that very well, and if I can't do it right, then don't do it. And so I will say that this award and the importance of it is, I took Amy's warning very seriously. And she said that's a very serious warning. And talked about the glory of war. Well, here, in these lands, 1,000 years ago or more, a great leader came amongst our people. He was called the Great Peacemaker. And he brought peace amongst our people. 5 warring nations, Mohawks, Oneidas, Onondagas, Cayugas, and Senecas. And he instructed us in the law of things that continue on today. That was the second message. The first message we received was a lot earlier than that, and that was how you live, the way you live, which some people would say our religion, our ceremonies, the way we live. That was a lot earlier. And then the peacemaker. Then the third message we received in 1797, 99, and this was a message received by a Seneca chief by the name of Oren Lyons. And he was given a 4-day journey on the other side of the spirit world, and he was instructed and given instruction and told what to do. And 6 nations are now engaged in that right now. And those 4 days are going to be recounted in every longhouse across 6-nation territory. And the process is ongoing. We won't finish until the end of October. But we remind ourselves of what was said at that time. And what was said was that we are going to destroy ourselves. This will happen. And he was given instructions, and he was told what was happening. Remember, this was over 200 years ago. And there was amazing revelations to him, but it was very discouraging. And he said to these 4 beings, 4 spiritual beings, we call it 4 protectors, he said, well, is this going to happen? And they said, yes, it will. He said, well, if that is the case, then what's the use? And they said, this is the message. You tell your people, your leaders, each other people, do not let it be your generation. So in other words, the fate of ourselves is in our hands. We will determine what happens to us. No one else. It's our options. That was the instruction. So, on the one side of it, there's great hope, because then it means that you can withhold that as long as you're willing to fight, as long as you're willing to stand, as long as you understand and have the courage to do what everyone must do. Life will go on. The ceremonies, our first instruction, carry them on. Thanksgiving, be thankful for what you have. And the direction for the leaders in the second instruction, when you sit and you counsel for the welfare of the people, think not of yourself, nor of your family, nor even your generation. He said, make your decisions on behalf of the seventh generation coming. You leaders, look far into the future and preserve a good life. He said, those faces are looking up from the earth, each generation waiting its time. Your responsibility is to look after them. That's a very important instruction. It's an instruction in leadership. It's an instruction in common sense. And it's an instruction of hope. Embrace these leaders. But when he talked about the people, and the instructions that he gave to the people were longer than the ones he gave to the leaders. So it's the people that have to do the work. It's the people that have to carry the weight. It's their job. It's your job. The leaders will guide you. And the leaders will stand there, but no, it's your work. And so, in this great event of recognition, cause, he said it was on behalf of humanity. It takes a lot to have that kind of an idea to come forward and do their work. This is an award by the people, given by the people. This is their money. It's not an award coming from a corporation or a company or a nation, the people. And that's the best time to do. And that's an instruction that was given on time ago. People, you have work to do. It's their work. Do your Thanksgiving, you do your prayers, and roll up your sleeves and go to work. That's the only way it's going to happen. And so, boss, this idea brought it to this point, and brought a wonderful way. Amy is a wonderful writer and all the time, and they developed a style of life, and I really appreciate it. Situation takes the time to understand what she's talking about and talking about. That's what we all have to do, to educate ourselves. 1950, 60 years ago, there were 2.5 billion people in the world. And here we are, 60 years later, close to 70 billion people. And it's like right now, that's not sustainable. It's not. What are you going to do about it? Well, be aware, to begin with. Awareness is always worth ourselves. We've got a really people here tonight. The issue of nuclear power was the sun looked at the display in the halls here, and I saw the signs of that. And a man held it in his hand. That's an enormous amount of energy. He concentrated on that, and that's the old one. war drums were beating in Washington, D.C. Weapons of mass destruction, weapons of mass destruction, weapons of mass destruction. I hear that drum. I said, that's a war drum. I understand that. I want to fight. For what? For what? Up in a corner, two big highways crossing their opening. A man stood with a sign. No war in Iraq, he said. That was peace.